Bogsy, it's so funny that you should mention Dastard in a Kremlin, because that's exactly what he's in. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 4 of KSC versus '07. This could very well be it for KSC. If they win, they are first place. They move on to the International Finals in first, and '07 goes in second, or the opposite happens in possibly another 2 games. We'll have to see. But in the meantime, let's take a look at this battle here. We've got KSC bringing 2 Kremlins, bringing 2 Moskvas, a Salem, a Harugumo, a Marceau, a Vampire Deuce, and a Daring. What do we got for '07, Mr. Raptor?
'07 is sticking with the double Ohio. It worked out last game. No, that's not true. They had a Kremlin last game, but they've gone back to double Ohio. They have used this lineup earlier in the match. So double Ohio, Salem, double Moskva, also going with 4 destroyers. Slightly different lineup. Daring Marceau, yes, but instead of Harugumo and Vampire, they are going Marceau, another Marceau, and a Ragnar.
That's right. And look at them coming out super aggressive early with all 4 of their destroyers just heading right to the caps. They're not playing KSC's game this time.
No, one of the things that the French destroyers added to King of the Sea, and I think this is something that maybe we don't talk about a whole lot, right? Used to be you would see a destroyer on a cap, it would be a while, 2 minutes, maybe, right, depending on the cap and the map in question and so on. But because Khabarovsk exists, but her detection is high enough that most players aren't really keen on taking Kaba. And of course, Kaba was introduced in an era when battleship full penetrations on destroyers were still a thing. But the French destroyers entered World of Warships in a very different environment. The full penetrations had been taken away, and they were a little harder to detect, and they had that kind of speed. And so now you see teams in King of the Sea unafraid to take these French destroyers, either a Marceau or a Kléber, shove them onto caps very quickly, try and get that early pressure on an opponent of realizing, hey, I'm already down points. I got to do something.
That's very much true. As we look at A now, Pizza going into A, obviously stopped by Hatake Hiyoshi's Marceau. Serpent Lord backing him up in the Harugumo. So the question is, can they get that kill quickly before Elgar's Moskva gets in a position to support Pizza?
We're about to find out. We saw Addy earlier in Bonks fall into this same kind of thing. No, Hatake is going to stop. I thought Hatake would come around the island, but no.
Price just, wow, narrowly dodging a torpedo.
Hatake now, no, still not there. Pieces throwing torpedoes in that direction. The Harugumo cannot spot him just yet.
I think now would be the time for Hatake to come out. Once he saw that first, here he comes.
Here he comes. He knows, and he's got his no, yes, no, maybe. I don't know. They're both reversing. What is happening?
That indecision might cost him some hit points.
Still not detected is either one of these ships. It's hilarious to me. There we go. Pieces just now detected.
Okay. Hatake backs up, dodges those torpedoes. Here we go.
Pieces going to take a little bit of damage and then bail out of there.
Oh,
wow,
yes.
I was expecting more, let's say. That's not what we got. Now, despite staying dark, well, he was dark earlier, but now Pieces opting to open up on the Marceau, giving up a ton of HP for it here, already down well below half of his health.
Here comes some more shells.
Salvo coming in. Nope. Dastard flubbed that one. He was behind him.
Yeah.
Pieces still falling.
I'm amazed he's still shooting at this point.
Honestly, it feels like he's almost like, forget it. I've written this game off already. I can't believe that. 2,000 HP on burning. Pieces going out, guys. There's no way now. Extra fire, 1 shell. He does it. KSC very quickly up a ship. Wow.
Yeah, but are they going to lose Hatake for this?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Maybe.
Comes down to this salvo right here. It did not start a fire.
Moskva's going to move out and take the radar. Hatake is well within radar range. Elgar's going to get out and look for this cap.
I thought I saw him radar already.
Did he already? I didn't see it.
I thought I saw him radar at the very beginning. Regardless, there just happens to be another radar approaching. That's Eagle Lance's Ragnar.
Ooh. If Hatake doesn't find some cover, I'm sure Eagle Lance will happily oblige him by removing him from play. That's exactly what's about to happen right here. There it is.
That's right.
Hatake spots his death coming.
Yeah,
He
Dastard running
knows
with
what's
the
about to
shells.
happen. Dastard's got shells, a big hit on Eagle Lance, but it's not going to be enough to save Hatake.
No.
Trying to get as much damage on Eagle as he can. He's going to ground himself. He's going out, and there he goes. An early destroyer trade. We're just over the 5-minute mark.
Yeah.
KSC working an early lead. Excuse me. 07 working an early lead on the strength of their cap advantage.
Yeah, but that's
No,
gonna...
I'm sorry. It is KSC. 07 has the lead. 07 has the lead. KSC owns the caps. I'll get it right in a minute. Man, it's been a long day.
Ooh, doggy. Regardless, you guys have eyes. Take a look at the scoreboard on top. You're good.
KSC
look at the 10 line.
There is no 10 line, Zath. It's just a Kremlin and Coop and nothing. 07's not over there.
That's right, but I'm just excited because guys, set your watches about 4 minutes. All right, like there's gonna be something good coming down that way.
I guess we'll see. KSC owning 2 caps, tied up on ships. It's on 07 to do something to try to break the stalemate here. They need points. They've got time. Still 13.5 minutes left in the game.
But that's exactly what I was getting at with the whole 10 line push. It's like, all right, where can 07 come back? Well, they maybe can make something happen at B. They sure as hell aren't going to push a Kremlin that's entrenched at A. Conga line torps on Frice.
Is his Hydro still up?
I don't think so.
He's okay, though. Barely.
Yeah, barely.
Frice playing a very dangerous game here, but manages to dodge them all once again.
Yeah. Well, despite not wanting to push into a Battleship Kremlin, we have 07's Elgar and Ace Baby just trying to make something happen up here as Serpent Lord just unleashes the fire hose on Elgar.
Yep. As long as Dastard is there to do the spotting, Serpent Lord will happily take advantage of it. His torpedoes aren't going to do anything, but his guns certainly can, as he just starts melting the Moskva at range.
All right, our 10-line push has passed the Fidget Spinner Island, which is slightly dangerous territory in that they could easily overpush. So they've got to be careful how they come out now. Danny has now been detected. 07 is well aware of at least Danny's push down the 10 line.
They have to assume there's somebody else over there with him. It's so common to see a Des Moines or a Salem make this move. They can't possibly believe that Danny is alone. Danny's broadside of the Ohio, getting a little punished for it. No Citadels there, but definitely some full pens.
Yep. Dastard down just a little bit above half now. He's fine. He's in a Kremlin.
Dastard is actually not a bad position because if he wants to pull back around that island and get like hard cover, he can. In fact, you're starting to see him kind of make that move now. He can try and burn down the Ohio with his Harugamo buddy.
He's got to be careful though. Marin in the Ohio has his plane up, and at this point in this tournament, that means
let's see where Marin's guns looking. Where are Marin's guns
might
looking?
Be coming.
Marin is turning to take that shot. Actually,
you got it.
Let's have a check.
Here it comes.
There is the shot going out on Dastard's broadside at about 28 kilometers or so. Let's look at the receiving end. Dastard already moving up. Don't believe those shells are going to land where they need to in order to hurt Dastard.
No. But I mean that's what you've come to expect in King of the Sea, though. At the higher echelons of these battles, is any attempt, any possibility at a cross shot, you take it.
I gotta say, Zath, I feel like KSC needs to bring somebody else over to the A cap. Right now, they're getting out traded, and they need some extra firepower over here. Shadow Wolfish's Moskva is too far back, in my opinion. He has shots on Elgar. He has shots on Ace's Ohio, but I'm just not convinced that in the long term it's going to be enough.
I'm surprised Serpent Lord continued just to fire even though his smoke was out. He's lost some hit points. I suppose that's given Elgar something else to shoot at, but I mean Dastard is behind cover, so
Elgar steps onto the cap. That's going to stop those points gain as KSC's worked out to about a 200-point lead as we cross the halfway mark of the game. This is a critical match for 07. They must win. This is an elimination game for them. If they lose, they will be the North American second place, and KSC will be crowned King of the Sea. Ace has taken at least one torp on the belt.
Yeah.
They're doing a good job of farming out Ace here. But again, look at Triarch. I think Dastard's death is only minutes away here, Zath. Triarch's making the move.
Well, if Ace...
Oh, what a big hit on Ace. Wow, he showed just a little... Well, Dastard has been firing HE, right? And I think that time he had the AP loaded, thinking that maybe Ace would turn into the torpedo salvo. He didn't, but he was ready with the AP, and here comes Dastard's death in the form of Triarch. It's a question of, can they get Ace? They need to get him here. They do, yes, because it is absolutely going to cost them their battleship. Serpent Lord now opening fire on Triarch as Dastard's death arrives in the form of baguette torpedoes.
Yep.
He goes off the board there. That will allow 07 to claim the A cap and start ticking it up.
That's right. Now look at the mini-map. We have a line forming here from KSC. They've grabbed C cap. The interesting thing is that they really haven't been able to secure B. I would have thought that they would have put assets in to secure B while this whole fight was going down at A. But
yeah,
they kind of just sat on that.
Yeah, it feels like they need to reposition. They need to bring RX-7's Moskva in towards B and make a play here, right? They need to get on to B now. Their play at A is over. They did a great job. They traded ships. They got a lot of points off that cap. They got to get into B here. And you see Floops, I think, with his Vampire is about to reverse into the cap here on the northeast side and start to make that happen. Yeah, the sooner the better. If you allow 07 time to redeploy off of A, they're going to bring Triarch back, but they got to get Floops in here quickly. In fact, I think they've even pushed Peyton's far enough back. His radar won't even find Floops right now.
I don't know about Coop's positioning here. He's I know that they're trying to position as many assets to cover B as possible, but that's going to leave the other Kremlin, Danilovs, who's down at half already, or just a little above half, kind of by himself.
Yeah, Danny's all by himself down here. No one can spot Danny right now. He is dark. They don't have eyes on him. They'd have to bring Frice's Daring all the way over here, probably back to the 7 line to pick him up. And right now, Danny's actually moving up with his guns turning south, looking for shots on John.
Look at this. Eagle Lance thinks that Floops is in the other part of the cap.
Yep. He's taking blind shots to the wrong side of the cap. Well, Floops spent a bunch of time over there earlier, right?
This is great.
The mind games of not having a radar to know exactly where the destroyer is.
Triarch is chasing down Serpent Lord.
Yeah, he's got the speed to do it too. They know Serpent Lord is low. I won't call it a free kill. That's not fair, but it's certainly a kill that they can actually convert here in just a few seconds.
Now, Serpent will take off quite a bit of Triarch's health if played properly here. So let's see what happens. There's the smoke.
There's the smoke.
Not sure why, but okay.
He's going to try. He's going to drag this out as long as possible. Remember, we saw this earlier. We saw this way back on Hotspot with who was it? Was it Aussie's Shimakaze? Aussie Zeus's Shimakaze, right? He ran to the corner of the map. He made them hunt him down. He made them waste time claiming him, because you realize now there's 6 minutes to play, but KSC is up over 850 points and ticking up 2 caps. Time's running out for 07.
And on that note, if I'm Serpent Lord, I'm actually changing directions. I'm putting guns left, and I'm heading towards A1, the corner, instead of this general direction.
Keep that smoke in between you and Triarch as long as possible, but that's not what he does.
No.
Smoke. He's outside, uncovered from the smoke now. Serpent Lord will be going off the board in moments. Triarch will be able to claim this kill. It's a question of how much damage Serpent can grab off him on the way out. And there he goes. He does take a decent chunk, but that's points that 07 desperately needed.
Absolutely. Oh, Danny's
Danny,
quite low
I was going to say, they've chosen Danny for extinction, and there he goes. Just like that, 07 is now up 2 ships despite being pushed off of both B and C at the moment. No KSC battleships survive, Zath.
No. But look at Mara now shoving into C cap.
Yeah. Why not?
Along with Peyton.
You've got the weight, throw it around, and there's nobody over there with torpedoes to slow you down. I mean, they don't know that, but there isn't.
Yep. All you got is Coops, Salem, and RX-7's Moskva.
Well, an RX, decent AP hits from John Salem all the way over on the 10 line.
Oh, yeah.
Under 5 minutes to play here. KSC trying to scrape and claw their way to a win, but it's not going to be easy. 07 putting a ton of pressure on them here, up 2 ships.
That's right. It's interesting, though. I mean, KSC does, at least right now, still have 2 caps.
Look at Shadow Wolfish as well. His Moskva being farmed from astern by the Marceau. That's Triarch.
Yep.
Man with an RX-7. Go ahead.
Eagle Lance now feeling comfortable going into B, especially with Elgar radaring. Floops is not going to be able to do much.
Nope.
He's going to have to get into cover.
Little bit of a protective radar there, allowing Eagle to probably step onto the cap here. As Peyton's Moskva's about to step onto C. 07's going to stop these guys. They're over 900 points now. Still ticking. I'm surprised they're taking this long to get onto these caps. I guess, oh my goodness. Big Citadels on Man with an RX-7 from Peyton. He's gonna be off the board in moments. There goes Eagle onto B.
Zoom in and watch this. There goes Coop.
Coop is out. Man with an RX-7 will be joining him momentarily.
I hope y'all aren't tired, because we're going to a Game 5, I think.
Yeah, Game 5 is going to happen, gents, because 07 is just going to block this up. They have a 4-ship lead now. They put some good damage into Elgar. That's Shadow Wolfish putting some AP into Elgar, but Elgar's got a good angle now. They're going to drive him off the B cap. They're going to keep the B cap a little bit longer.
Yep, but I mean, look at 07 just pouring into C cap. I mean,
sure, they could just shove up into C anytime they want. I'm a little surprised that Peyton is still reversing, allowing these guys to tick up more points. Like, why risk it at this stage? But I figure they've already got a lead, so why not?
Yeah. So at this point, guys, we're just kind of waiting out the end of this game here. It looks close, but when you're down by 4 ships, it's really not that close. Shadow's going to go down, and that might be enough to flip it. Watch his death. C-cap grabbed. Yeah, that's going to be it. Just a couple more ticks, and we are done, ladies and gentlemen. Going to a Game 5.
Indeed, there we go.
Wow.
07 doing what they typically do here. Hang on a minute. I'm having a bit of a technical problem. There we go. Hang on. Yep, but 07 with their slow, methodical play, doing what they do, that they're well known for doing, as the reverse sweep still, but the possibility of the reverse sweep still alive here as they claim Game 4 on Land of Fire.
Right.
Well, Zath, anything you want to say about that one? I'm kind of getting tired. Kick it back to Bogsy and his sconce here?
Let's bring the guys in. Let's talk together for a little bit, and let's get Game 5 going.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Tired? No way. Come on. It's not like you guys have been
No. Look at Zach.
Get out of here.
I had to.
That was
I had to.
Match. I legitimately, for a moment there, I distinctly thought we've got brand new first-time King of the Sea winners after KSC pulled off that early kill on Pieces of Pizza's Marceau. I thought, holy crap, they did it. That was decisive. And yet 07 did what 07 does, which is go, okay, nobody panic. Take your spot. Make your trades. Push them back when the chance arises. Oh,
right.
God.
Funniest thing to me was that off that initial engagement, they KSC took one of the 07 Marceaus and still had some health left over, which got shoved into the nearest DD and ripped out half his health. Granted, it's a Ragnar, he's going to heal back, but still, in a way, if you're thinking about it, they traded pieces and KSC was up half a DD. And then later, again, with the Haraguma being chased down, They traded pieces, lost half a DD, lost 2 battleships. It felt like on the A flank, the trades really did go KSC's way, and yet they absolutely got out-traded somewhere else on the map, because going in those last 4 minutes or something, 07 was up like 120,000 health. It was like 250 to 120K.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's huge.
Yeah.
Well, the problem was 07 taking down the battleships from KSC, and KSC not able to do the same against 07, except for, of course, that Ohio at ACAP. It just felt like they put Danilov's too far south in that Kremlin. When they made that 9-10 line push, I was expecting them to kind of keep going down and hold that bottom part of the map. They didn't do that. They redeployed Coop Salem, and that gave 07 the window to come right back in again.
Yeah, I was really surprised to see them leave Danny on that flank all by himself, literally by himself, no other ship within like 10 kilometers, because you're just inviting what exactly happened to him. He was dark at one point. We went over there and checked on him. He was way south, and I was like, okay, but he's dark, so why not rotate north? Why not use the island cover to sneak back in and get on the cap? Because we're at a point now where you guys need to control the caps where you are. The power projection that you have in that part of the map not really doing you anything. Feels like you probably should have moved. And of course, in the end, 07 punished that position, knocked Danny off the board. That was a decisive kill when that happened, right? Killing Serpent Lord on the top end of the map was kind of inevitable. But as Ascans pointed out, he traded well. He got some damage on his way out the door. And to some extent, you've pulled the Marceau out of position for a couple of minutes. He's going to take him some time to flex his ridiculous French speed and get back to where he's useful again. But the kill on Danny was really decisive. You take all that HP off the board, and he was in a position where wasn't really being all that useful at the time. So unfortunately, just didn't come together for KSC in that game. But they looked really good up to that point.
You're absolutely right about that, because I mean the thing about it is the Haragumo up in the northwest corner. Yeah, he's expected to die, but he did his job. He helped take out a Marceau early, which let them take the A cap, which gave them a huge point advantage. He then helped them whittle down the Moskva. He helped them whittle down the Ohio of Ace Baby. He did his job.
He had a great game.
His next job was to run away and keep that Marceau busy as long as possible, which he did. Because as soon as that Marceau gets finished with him, that Marceau loops around and nukes that Moskva that doesn't have any way of protecting its rear, which is not exactly what happened. As I think it was Floops or Coop, or was it?
Coop was in the Salem. Floops was in the Vampire Deuce.
So it was the Moskva of KSC who did the correct thing, which was push out and away from that Marceau. Do not sit there and let your ass get torpedoed. But
that was Shadow Wolfish.
Shadow Wolfish.
Shadow Wolfish. That was it. Yes. So really interesting, and I think you guys are 100% correct that KSC almost had this in the bag when they managed to take C, hold C, push that Salem and that Kremlin down the 10 line, decisively take it, push 07 back, and take the A cap so decisively. And then it was just a little misplay by not knowing where and how to anchor those ships on the east side to make sure that nothing can come back. That's where I guess the whole house of cards started to fall apart. I think you guys are 100% right on that. Scons, I'd love to get your opinion with this replay. Can we get that replay started?
Okay, so this is going to start out. People are going to go to their corners. And honestly, I expected 07 to be running the table on the 10 line. Nope. KSC double committed. Kremlin and Salem going all the way out there. That's going to come in really clutch later. But right now, we see the Marceau coming over with KSC. They're going to be an A. They're waiting for the Haragumo to get in position. Jukes a few torps, comes out, starts spamming damage into him, rips him a new one, and that's going to go down the 07 Marceau. Wow, that's going to be a huge lead. But no, because the Ragnar has rotated over from Bravo, going to shove him right up against the island and take him down. Loses half his health to do it, but Ragnar's got heals, so it's okay. Kremlin versus Ohio, battleships kind of look at each other. Moskva's going to move up and eventually step on the cap, so the Haragumo is going to start working down with his Kremlin. They'll be on that. But I want to pay attention to the 10 line right now. There's a Salem and a Kremlin. They're not getting a kill on the 07 Salem. He's just continuing to kite out, continue to work. He's already bled the Kremlin for about 15-20% of his health, driving him into a place where he's not doing anything. Having those guns over on the 10 line means that while 07 is dealing damage to the Moskva that's up on D4, D5 of KSC, KSC has less guns in the fight. their guns aren't actively getting in there, dealing damage, trading. And the Kremlin is so far out, he's not landing shells. He's not able to rip the Salem out of the water. He's not able to dump into the Ohio. And further, he's not even protected at this point. He's getting pincered. So he's going to get pinched. He's going to go down. 07 has about 130K health lead at this point. And that's where they start to take the points. And yes, KSC is holding 2 caps. And yeah, it looks like they've got the points, but they start getting wrapped. They're out healthed. They can't run anywhere. They're just going to fall like dominoes. Plink, 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 plink. And that's going to seal game 4 and drive us to a game 5.
And this is exactly what we saw last game, which was 07 just envelops. They make that the horseshoe that we'd like to talk about, which is, hey, we'll get angles on you and you won't have angles on us. That's exactly what they did. And they're very, very good at that. It's not surprising to me that 07 didn't have any practice today. KSC has slogged their way through match after match after match. Mm-hmm. They're tired, but they're experienced as of today. They know, like, I got to be honest with you. I think it was because of those matches today that they played where they fought some of some of North America's best, that they went, hey, we can get this, Marceau. Get it.
Sure.
They knew they could just see it. They could see that little window where you go, we've got about 10 seconds to decide on a kill or no kill. And they did it. I don't think that if this had been their first match, I don't think they would have taken that. I think they would have played too cautiously, but they were ready. 07 took 2 matches to get ready, and then they took 2 matches to catch up. Now the question remains for Warriors Path. Can 07 continue this steamroll that they have been putting steam into rolling? I'm getting tired, guys. We've all been working hard. We have not been working as hard as the KSC guys, because bless them, they've been playing all day long, but it's been a long cast. So
if KS was a little slow to start, they were a little sluggish out the gate. They took some losses, but they fought their way back. They took some more losses, but they fought their way back. Well, they did come in primed. They took the first game. They took the second. It went all the way. But the 2 after that, 07 realized this is all the money's on the table, guys. And 07 performs under pressure. And they knocked out one. They looked convincing. They knocked out a second. It looked a little hedgy, but they pulled it back. Now we're on 5 Warriors Path. Bravo, you're going to have some radars in there. They can't give away B for free. Points matter too much. If the points get too high for one side or the other side, you have to YOLO. It gets down to the kills. Nobody wants that. Not right now. So there's going to be radars watching B. Alpha, who goes wide? Who makes plays? Going to be down to some open water torp stuff. Possibly some smoke play out of KSC. That being said, they might be expecting a lot of radar. Maybe go with something a little more brutish. Before, I predicted that C was going to be the clincher. I don't think it was. However, there were some big plays at C toward the end of the match. I think they're going to have to hold C, brawl for A, and Bravo is going to be the thing that you end up taking if you either lock down C or abandon it. But if you abandon it, you're going to get wrapped. This one's for all the marbles, man.
This is it, man. This is game 5 of the World Series of World of Warships. This is the final match to decide who is crowned North American KOTS 13 Grand Finalist. Again, simple reminder, everybody participating in these matches right now, they are all going to KOTS Internationals. They are all going to represent the NA server against EU, SEA, and the CIS regions. They have all played extraordinarily well. They have made great entertainment and fun for us. I think now would be the time to also remind all of you that this tournament is massive. This massive tournament that started with 104 teams this season is only made possible because of the extraordinary and dedicated hard work of the administrators, the adjudicators, and the referees. It's so important how much effort these folks put in to make sure that this tournament goes off as smoothly as possible. And frankly, it's exceptional to me that it has gone as well as it has. So huge thank you to them, especially our referees who've been in every one of these matches to make sure that everything goes correctly, make sure that the rules are followed, as well as a big thank you to Mara Draco, who has been running production for both days, as well as last weekend. He's been working even longer than those on camera have. He is the hero of the day. So Thank you to everybody behind the camera, behind the production who has made this possible.
I do want to say I've been in 3 COTS now, and this last one I think has been the most buttery smooth handoff in terms of matches starting on time, casters being able to move from point A to point B. Yeah, things are gonna happen. People are people, stuff's gonna come up, delays are gonna happen, but they've been on it. Like they've had game plans, they've been executing. There was even a rules or something that got handled within, frankly, just a few hours. Major props to these guys, and I think it's made for a hell of a successful King of the Seas 13. Looking forward to the 14th when we get there, although we're still in the middle of this one. But really, really excited because every time this happens, it just gets a little bit better, just gets a little bit better, just gets a little bit better.
Yep, absolutely. And I think the really important thing to remember for all of us who enjoy World of Warships is that right now what we're looking at is some of the best playing this game for our enjoyment to the absolute utmost of their abilities, even when it's exhausting. I think all of us from the North American region should be proud to send either of these teams, including Bonks as well, to Internationals to represent us. Sea Raptor, Zath, take it away.